right, y'all. We are live. Good morning on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday morning. The sun is shining, the rooster is crowing, the birds are chirping. It sounds like spring is finally upon us. It has been so cold by me for the past few weeks, and it's nice for a change. Got my coffee. It's a great morning, guys. There are some really cool things happening here on the Bitcoin chart that I want to discuss. Firstly, let's just look at this cool thing. We are getting a bounce off the 21 EMA. We are getting a bounce off of this nice little bull flaggy thing that's forming here on the 24-minute chart. If we go to the 3-hour chart, it looks like a perfect bull flag is forming. And we wicked all the way down to this 1 hour support. This 1 hour support, we wicked all the way down. We bounced off of it perfectly. Now we are currently getting a bounce off of this little trend line right here. And believe it or not, guys, I did enter into a tiny little trade this morning, just trading this little range area here when I saw that we were bouncing off of this support. Even though we have some real downward momentum, if we go to these lower time frames, we can see really that when we got this little bounce off the support and then continue to bounce off of this, we had a double bottom right here. And then we had a nice little trigger wave, so I figured why not go in for a little scalp. I think we have a lot of great trades coming up this week, guys. I think we have some really awesome trades coming up this week. Because of what has happened with Bitcoin, now that we are broken out of this giant cup and handle pattern, let's just take a look at this cup and handle right here. We shall zoom in. We shall zoom in. Sorry, we shall zoom out. We shall zoom out. We were tracking this cup and handle pattern right here. And, we broke out of this thing. We broke out of it, and as we all are probably well aware, our target for this cup and handle pattern is way up around 73,000 dollars, give or take. Right around 73,000. So, in my opinion, guys, this is super bullish, and we can expect Bitcoin to continue to go up. That is what I am expecting. That is my sentiment of the market right now. Because things were so uncertain before the weekend, where I was thinking we might even come back down and test this daily level before breaking out of the cup and handle pattern, because that would have given us a really perfect cup and handle pattern. As you can see, that would have given us a perfect cup and handle pattern before the breakout. But we broke out first, so that invalidates that whole idea that I had now. And we are forming some interesting support and resistance lines. We are forming an interesting pattern, possibly a bull flag here, possibly. But here's what we need to keep in mind when we are trading this. First of all, we need to stay calm. We need to stay rational. Always remember, guys, that the price will not go up forever. We are going to find ourselves some really great entries. The price is not going to go parabolic forever. Like, for a great example, when this happened, this explosion happened, so many people felt like the price was never going to come down. And a lot of people FOMO bought right in here. And then price came down and they panic sold. And then price went back up and they FOMO'd in right here. And then price has been steadily coming down, right? I mean, I saw a lot of people in the Discord. They were FOMO buying these tops right here. They're like, all right, we're 62K. Come on, it's just going to keep going. We know we're going to 70K. But look, we came all the way back down and we tested this support. And what we need to do now is we need to draw our support and resistance levels on the chart. We need to draw trend lines, draw patterns, pay close attention to exponential moving averages, and see, okay, where is a good entry? Because we know that the price is going to go up, but we want to get into a good entry position. So what do? That's kind of what I am going to be focusing on in this video, but definitely it's really cool to see that we got a nice bounce off of this EMA right here. And that's great. I love when we get bounces off the 21 EMA. We could have just bought the bottom of the 21 EMA all the way up, guys. This whole little run right here, buy right here, buy right here, buy right here, buy right here. And this is the 4 hour. You guys know I love to trade the 4 hour. But if we drill down a little bit lower, right? A little bit lower to maybe the 3 hour, we can see that when the 3 hour kind of gives us, and even the 2 hour, if we're looking to buy these bounces off the trend line, perhaps drill down to the 2 hour where you will see that the green trigger wave will print right around the time that we are testing that 21 EMA. Okay, so if you're looking to buy these EMA bounces, you know, don't stick only to the 4 hour, 24 minute. It's great to do the 4 hour, 24 minute. Don't get me wrong, I do it all the time. But if you're looking to buy the bounce and you want to buy that bounce with momentum, then drill down a little bit to the 2 hour or so to buy that bounce. And you know, you can see right now we are currently in the process of bouncing off of this exponential moving average here. Market Cipher B is cooling down on the 2 hour, and honestly, you know, if we start to print a nice trigger wave during the time that we are on this this line, I would say that could be a very great entry. But of course, we don't enter into trades, at least not on this channel, unless Market Cipher gives us confirmation. And again, you can drill down to lower time frames. You don't have to stick to the 4 hour and the 24 minute chart. I will say this. On the 24 minute, guys, we are crossing under where the money flow is crossing from green into red, and we know historically, let's just look historically at every time money flow crosses from red to green on the 24 minute, what happens? We cross from red to green right here. Kapam! We cross from red to green right here. Kablam! We cross from red to green right here. Kapoom! Let's see where else it happens. Just historically, every time on the 24 minute, money flow crosses from red to green, the exact moment it happens, kablam! Kapow! And what's really cool about that, guys, what's really, really cool about that 24-minute money flow crossover, man, that is a lot to say, the 24-minute money flow crossover. What's really cool about that, guys, is that if we combine the 24-minute money flow crossover with the 424 strategy, in other words, if we're printing a 4 hour dot, a 4 hour trigger wave, I'm sorry, it has to be a trigger wave, guys. It can't just be an anchor wave. The money flow already has to be in the blue or the green on the 4 hour for this to really work well. But if we're printing a 4 hour green dot on the Market Cipher B and we see this money flow crossover right here, man, buckle in, because it is going to be a wild ride. A wild ride. You might not be able to tell. You might not be able to tell if Elon Musk has just tweeted about Bitcoin. You may not. So, some good stuff here, guys. Definitely some good stuff. So let's go into the chat. What's going on, everybody? Guys, make sure to FOMO into that like button because it helps the algorithms. It helps the algorithms. What's going on, everybody, in the chat? Stuart Douglas, good afternoon to you. It is a good morning to me. Willie Blanco is getting wrecked. Willie Blanco, do you have Market Cipher? Because if you do, you know, I recommend check out some tutorials on the YouTubes and come up with a strategy that works for you and trade according to your strategy. That way, you won't get wrecked. It's really important to come up with a strategy. People are saying that my screen is not very clear. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. That's not good, guys. That is not good. Corey Joe wants to know if I am worried about the CME gap. Yes, let's talk about the CME gap, guys. Make sure to make sure to hit the like button. I'm supposed to say that. You know, I watched a video about how to be a YouTuber, and they tell me I'm always supposed to say, you know, make sure to hit the like button and all this. Yeah, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. That's what I'm supposed to say. That is like the, I don't know, the rule if you're a YouTuber. But I don't say hit the like button. I don't say smash the like button. I say FOMO into the like button. FOMOing into the like button is much better than smashing it, because we all know that the like button is just crazy, crazy parabolic right now with no hope of coming back down. No hope at all. So yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, guys, let's talk about that CME gap. So we have a CME gap, and this is why trading on the weekend is risky. It's risky. We have a 6.7% CME gap. Now, a lot of times, and if anybody doesn't know what the CME gap is, the CME gap is the futures market, the Bitcoin futures market that trades 5 days a week. And you can see that when we come to a weekend, a Friday, like March 5th, and then 2 days later we open back up on March 7th, and it creates this little gap in the chart because the Bitcoin price continues to go up while this market is closed. And now a lot of times the gap needs to fill. The gap needs to fill, and it's going to fill on either one of two charts. Either it's going to fill on this chart and we will open up higher when the market opens, or people will start betting against Bitcoin as soon as the futures market opens, and that usually drives the price of Bitcoin down a little bit. So this is reason to be cautious, guys. However, let me just say, and again, this is based on my own opinion and my own sentiment of the market. But I do believe that people are overall very bullish on Bitcoin. And the last few CME gaps we've had have not been this drastic. They have not been this drastic, not even close. Look at this tiny little gap right here. I don't think it's going to affect things in the long term at all. In the short term, possibly, guys. It may give us a little pullback, and worst case scenario, and this is my opinion, worst case scenario, we would retest this weekly support right here, which is also a daily support, right at the breakout of this triangle shape, which would give people an awesome entry. But do I think we're actually going to come down here? Honestly, if I had to take a guess, my guess would be no. Just to be real with y'all, my guess would be no. But it is possible. Currently, what I am looking for in order to enter because here's the thing, I was in a swing long from 52.2K, and I freaked out. Because of the bearish divergence that was forming on the 4-hour chart. Let me pull up my 4-hour chart here. We had this massive, and I don't trade on Saturday. I don't trade on Saturday because that is the Sabbath day, and I keep that day set apart. I don't do normal business on that day, right? And we were forming this bearish divergence where the price was going up, and Market Cipher B was ticking down. And I was concerned that we were going to come back down and retest that previous daily level all the way down here at 55K-ish. I'm sorry, not 55K, right around 52K before we came back up, and I knew it was a weekend, and weekends are shady with trading Bitcoin. So I got out of my swing long, which in hindsight was not the best move, guys. It was definitely not the best move. I should have just held on to that. But now what I'm doing is I am looking for a place to re-enter my swing long position because I want to hold that trade until we get to 70K. And so if you also missed out on all the action that happened yesterday, which was Saturday, March 13th, in this video I want to talk about looking for good entries, just looking at the chart, looking at Market Cipher, and we're just going to calmly and rationally talk about what we are going to look for and how we are going to trade this. Now, you guys know I'm a big proponent of finding Confluence when entering a trade. And when I say Confluence, I mean we are going to be drawing trend lines. We are going to be drawing support and resistance levels on the chart. And when we come to an area that interests us, when we come to an area that we can foresee a reaction off of, and we get Confluence with Market Cipher, we will then enter a trade. Now this morning, right before I actually started to make this live stream, I did enter a small position right here on this trend line. The reason I entered right here is because three things. Number one, I saw on the 24-minute chart that we had a nice bounce off of this support level. The reason I drew this hourly support level here is because when we broke above this level, we immediately came back and retested it. Then we came and tested it again to make it a tested support level. And then we came all the way up here, and we've been trading in this downward channel for a while, right? And when we broke out of this channel, this was the make it or break it moment for me. In my mind, we came down here. What's going to happen? Are we going to break through the support and come down to a lower level? Or are we going to bounce off the support? Which we did. We bounced off the support, guys. And not only did we bounce off the support, we bounced off of this trend line. And now we're heading back up, and it looks like we're either going to head up to this exponential moving average right here, or possibly even to the top of this channel. And so what I'm keeping my eyes on now, guys, is I would love to see price get to a point where we can break out of this hourly resistance. I am considering this right here a resistance. The reason is because we came up here and had a candle close right here as resistance. Then it became support. Then it became resistance again. It was resistance again. It was resistance again. And I know we're trading in this downward channel, but you can potentially view this as a bull flag, especially if we come to the 3-hour time frame, right? This kind of does look like a bull flag right here. And so if we break this pattern and we break this resistance, and Market Cipher is also giving us Confluence, meaning Market Cipher is telling us that the momentum is moving in our favor, that would be a great place for me to add to my position. Now, this is very bullish for me. In my mind, this bounce that we got right here, right? Look at this one candlestick on the 4-hour, guys. This yellow doji right here. This yellow doji, not only did it try to break out of this bull flag, but when it got rejected, it came down, and it's like, fine, I got rejected by this, you know, the trend line is the beautiful girl in our story, and the price action is the nerdy underdog guy. He's nerdy, right? He's really cool. He has a great personality, but he's too shy to talk to girls. He finally gets up the courage to ask this girl out, hey, can I pass the trend line? Can I go up and test that resistance? She was like, no, and he felt really depressed. So depressed that he came all the way back down to this support. And then he decided, you know what? I have dignity. I am going to pick myself up, and I am going to come back into this channel, and I am going to try and ask that girl out again. And this is what I think is happening, guys. Sorry for waxing poetic here. But okay, what exactly am I looking for? Well, it's a really great sign to me that we're bouncing off this 4-hour EMA. Okay, if we drill down to the 2-hour, we can see that we are kind of just resting on this EMA. If we print a green dot on the 2-hour, for me, that is a very bullish sign. And you guys know I love to trade the 4-hour and the 24-minute. So ideally, here is what I am looking for, y'all. I am looking for momentum on the 4-hour, and then I am looking to find the momentum confirmation on the 24-minute. And again, man, guys, I really like what I'm seeing on the 24-minute right now. I really like it because money flow is in the red. And, you know, if money flow crosses back up into the green and at the same time we get some kind of bullish momentum on the 4-hour, that in my mind is a great time to enter. And the only hesitation I would have is the CME gap. And again, I am not too concerned because I do like to hold my trades long term. I do like to hold them long term. All right, so let's get back into the chat here. What is going on, everybody? Make sure to FOMO into the like button because we have almost 400 viewers, yet we only have about 123 likes. So, RB, thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you so much for the kind words. I really appreciate that. And here's the thing, guys. You know on this channel that I am not by any means the best trader in the world. But what I do is I look for trade setups that have a very high probability of being successful. And that's what really counts in my mind, is making profits over time. If I am making profits over time, even if I miss part of the move, right? Even if I miss part of the move, I'm still making profits consistently over time, and that's really all that counts. Like a great example, even though I did not take this trade, would have been yesterday, where there were two awesome opportunities to enter according to the strategy that I tend to use, which is, you know, I wait for a trigger wave on the 4-hour chart, and when I see that trigger wave, I then look for an entry on the 24-minute time frame. The first entry obviously would have been right here when money flow crossed over from the red into the green after we started to print this 4-hour green dot. But let's say that you wanted to wait for more confirmations. You wanted to wait for the 4-hour to confirm an uptrend. You still could have made a really great trade here just by waiting, because after this 4-hour green dot had confirmed, we got a second trigger wave on the 24-minute time frame after money flow had crossed from the red into the green, and this could have been our entry here. And if we had entered here, we still could have made a really nice move here, right? We still could have made a nice, you know, 3.2% move. And so I focus on not FOMOing, finding good entries. And even if they're smaller moves, at least you're making profit. I'd rather have 3% profit than a loss. And if you're using small leverage, 2x, that's a 6% profit, right? And also, you guys know I don't use high leverage because I believe slow and steady wins the race. And these long swing trades, for me, tend to be the most profitable simply because I don't have to have as much exposure to the market. I don't have to click that buy and sell button as much. I don't have to worry about every little move in the market. I can go about my life and everything is gravy. And I love gravy. Tastes great. Tastes great. So guys, please, please, please FOMO into the like button. Do I have to show the like button chart again? I will show the like button chart. The like button chart is not the Bitcoin chart, guys. The like button chart, in case anybody has not seen this before, looks like this, okay? And when we see Market Cipher B, it's telling us that we are nowhere near the top. There's not even a dark blue wave here for it to cross over. And we can see the money flow is clearly in the purple on the like button chart. So if the money flow is in the red and we are in this parabolic move, imagine what happens when it goes into the green. It is going to go to $500,000 at least. So if you don't hit that like button right now, you guys are definitely going to miss out. You're going to be sitting on the sidelines while all your friends become millionaires. You're going to be sitting there working at McDonald's, flipping those burgers. You're going to have acne on your face from all the French fry grease. And all your friends are going to be driving Ferraris because they FOMO'd into the like button. All right, Super Googly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's take a look at the daily. Looking like it's going to form a red dot. You know, I would not be concerned about the daily looking like it's going to form a red dot, and here's why. Here is why. The reason why is because we have had in the past, well, first of all, we do have a purple candle forming right now, so we really need to wait for this day to be over before we should be concerned about that. But secondly, historically, there are times on the daily during these massive uptrends where it looks like we're going to start printing a red dot. Now, we do have a lot of separation still. We have a lot of separation between these two waves, okay? But look at what happens in the past here. We have areas where we're in these massive uptrends where it looks like we're going to be printing a red dot. Like right here, it looks like we're going to be printing a red dot. Does that mean we're not going to print a red dot? No. No. And would I be concerned if we do print a red dot? Yes, I would be, simply because, you know, if we print a red dot here, that would give us technically a bearish divergence, on the daily. But I really don't think we're going to print a red dot. We are moving into what I consider a long-term uptrend. That is my conviction based on Market Cipher, based on some other indicators that I use, such as this right here. This is the CryptoVac ATR indicator, which basically tells us when we are entering into a trend that can be traded long term. Whenever this turns blue, the shading turns blue, this means we're in a long-term trend, and we just turned blue 2 days ago. So really, you know, we are heading back into that trend. I am not too concerned about the daily forming a red dot. I am not. I am not concerned about the dot. Okay? So, that's just me, guys. And remember, this is just my bias, my market sentiment here coming into play as well. So I admit that I am bullish on Bitcoin for reasons that may not have to do specifically with the chart here. But what I am really looking for, y'all, what I am seriously looking for in order to get back into my swing long and hold it is, well, I'm looking for a combination of a bounce off of this exponential moving average. I am looking for Market Cipher B on the 4-hour to print a green trigger wave, preferably below this 60 line. Then I'm looking for a nice entry on the 24-minute, preferably where money flow is crossing over or has just crossed over. So that is how I'm looking to trade BTC. ETH is kind of another story. If we take a look at the ETH charts, Ethereum, we see we got a really nice bounce off of this 21 EMA, which is nice, guys. It's nice. Now, here's the thing about those bounces. It doesn't mean we're not going to come down below this EMA, but it means that we found a support there. And it's cool that we got a big bounce back upward because it gives us more time for Market Cipher B to cool off without price going so low. Do you guys know what I mean by that? If we had just broken down below this during this candlestick, that means Market Cipher B would still be cooling off, but price would be coming down much, much lower. But because we got that nice bounce off of this 21 EMA, it gives us more time for Market Cipher B to cool off while price is maintaining kind of a level. And at the same time, things are looking pretty nice on the 24-minute here, because we're seeing a nice curvature upwards, right? That's the cool thing about Market Cipher B. We can draw on this thing, and we can kind of predict what is going to happen with the market. Now, if you guys watch this channel, you know I've been long on Ethereum. I have literally been in one trade, 1x leverage trade for a long time, since we printed this first bottom right down here and the money flow curved into the red. I was in 12% drawdown for a while. Now I'm in profit. I'm holding this until we get to $2,500, y'all. $2,500. And if you guys are curious as to, how I am trading and the things I'm looking at, how I draw these support and resistance levels, I recommend y'all that you check out this trading course that I am offering. Let me close this out here. I'm going to discard the changes to the clickbait thumbnail that I made here. Yes, I do try and make clickbait thumbnails. That's another thing they say you're supposed to do if you're a YouTuber, is make that thumbnail nice. And shout out to somebody who's helping me with these thumbnails, and I forget your name, but I will shout you out more. But this is the course, guys. The purpose of this course is to give new traders a comprehensive overview of how to trade, how to be confident in the markets when you're entering positions, so that you don't have to worry about what I'm doing, you don't have to worry about what CryptoFace is doing, you don't have to follow anybody on Twitter, you don't have to follow anybody on YouTube. You can know that you are entering into a good position, and you can be confident in that position, confident in your own technical analysis, and it basically is for a complete beginner who has never even used a chart before, doesn't know what a candlestick is, and we go through everything: how to draw support and resistance, moving averages, Fibonacci, how to trade patterns and always win, always win. We're going to talk about Market Cipher, 3 sessions on Market Cipher, how to use this to our advantage. We're going to go over longing, shorting, leverage, all these things, fees, how to use Bybit, how to take profit instead of stop loss, and most importantly, we're going to be talking about how to create your own winning strategy here. And this is why I think this is so important, because when you're trading, you want to be developing your own strategies. A lot of times people ask me in the Discord, why did I enter here? Why did I not wait for this or that? Well, the reason is because I have multiple strategies that I can use interchangeably. That way I can enter into more trades and still be confident, and we're going to be teaching you how to do that. And if you sign up for the course, guys, you do get access to the Discord, to the private Discord, where there is the course videos, course materials. You can ask questions. I post my potential trades in here. And the way you would get access to this, I'll drop the link in the chat. But just join the free Discord, guys, which is awesome. The free Discord is awesome. Join the free Discord and then message me in there, and I will get back to you and give you details. Creepy Joe, man, with the jokes. Creepy Joe. Yes, Corey Joe is worried about the institutions bringing the price down Monday, filling the CMA gap. Yes, that is a concern, guys. That really is a concern. So if you're concerned about that, just sit on the sidelines on Sunday. There are going to be plenty of opportunities to go long during this week, guys. There are going to be plenty of opportunities, seriously. At least in my mind. So if you're concerned about that, just don't trade. Or just trade today, find some good entries today, and then close your position before the market opens tomorrow. Then sit on the sidelines and see what is going to happen. Mr. Jose wants to know if anyone knows where to find that crypto vac. Yes, I know where to find the crypto vac. You need to go to the Super Kitty Discord. Join that Discord. Message Super Kitty. Tell her that Jason Casper sent you over, and she will hook you up with a free trial. RG Stacks Sats wants to know, what about the 6-hour, 8-hour bearish divergences? Yeah, let's take a look at that. It is interesting, guys, that the bearish divergence that was forming on the chart before the weekend definitely did not play out. But we do see right now a bearish divergence forming on the 8-hour chart. Now, let's just be clear here and say that this bearish divergence has not confirmed on the 8-hour chart. It has not, right? If this candlestick, this 8-hour candlestick, which still has 3 hours left, comes up a little bit, this bearish divergence may not confirm. It may not confirm. So let's just keep that in mind. Of course, we do have this this other, I guess you could call this a hidden divergence. This is a little bit cause for concern, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. And if I wasn't so bullish on Bitcoin in general, I would say that I would be concerned about this. Um, but at the same time, we don't know if this is going to play out, right? Because if we're really heading into a new upward trend, this bearish divergence is not going to confirm, and this wave is going to come up higher than those other waves, or at least just as high. So just remember, until this confirms, it's not confirmed, and if we put on hike and a sheet candles, we don't even have that yet. And remember that technically, if we're going to get technical here, this is technical analysis, is it not? If we're going to get technical, Market Cipher was made for hike and a sheet candles. I'm just breaking the rules up in her by using regular candles, but I don't count your chickens before they hatch, guys. That's very true. Don't count your chickens after they hatch, because after they hatch, there's a high probability that some of those sweet little chicks are not going to make it. It's a sad reality of life, guys. Okay, we had, how many chicks did we have? 7 new baby chicks last year, and 3 of them did not make it, guys. 3 of them did not make it. It's very sad. Very sad. One of them was named Fuzzy Face. It was a nice black Americana that would have laid blue eggs, but she did not make it. So sad. Poor Fuzzy Face. She did not make it. She was one of our family favorites, Fuzzy Face. So that's just something to keep in mind, y'all, about the bearish divergence here. Yeah, so the 6 hour is confirmed bearish divergence. Let's take a look at the 6 hour. Yeah, man, look at that. Look at that. You know what? I don't even know if I would call this a bearish divergence. I know we have this from all the way back here. And it does, you know, I don't know. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see, because here's what could happen, and here's what I'm hoping happens, okay? What I'm hoping happens is something like this, okay? I'm hoping that this is just a macro of what happened over the weekend, right? Where we had a clear divergence forming here, but this kind of nullified it. This wave here nullified the bearish divergence, because it is now parallel. So let's see what happens. And honestly, we do have on the 6 hour a lot of downward potential before we get a bounce off of this trend line here. So I'm just thinking out loud here, guys, but it would be really nice. It would be so nice if we came down and got a nice bounce off of this trend line at the 58,000 level, because not only would that give Market Cipher time to cool off before we launch off, and potentially we could form on the 6 hour something like this, where we come down and then we come back up like that. But that would allow us to retest the all-time high, the breakout. It would be a perfect retest, guys. It would be a perfect retest where we could come down here and test this level before breaking out. And I always love retests. I always love times where the price will do that, because it gives us really good entries. So that's just something that I would keep my eyes on. And perhaps in a perfect world, it would work out where we could actually see, the CME gap close, bring us down to that perfect retest, and then we could have some really nice entries. But nothing's guaranteed. And honestly, this whole past week, my perfect scenarios were not playing out. I wanted them to play out where we could have some really nice entries, but things just kept going bullishly bullish. Things were bullishly bullish. Bullishly bullish, for sure. All right, let's go back into the chat here and see. Can we take a look at Market Cipher B on BLX monthly chart? Any concern there? That's a great question, guys. And BLX, if anybody doesn't know what that is the Bitcoin. Let's see. Do we do USD for that? I don't even know because I have not looked at this in a while. This is Bitcoin from inception. Let's see here. I don't think this is not the right chart. Man, guys, I forget how to get to the chart right now. Can anybody drop me a line in the chat here about how to do that super googly? If you could drop me the line, bro, that would be super helpful. Super helpful. Yeah, Adam Duran and has a long order set on. Thanks, Super Googly. A long order set on 58K, and honestly, guys, I do too. I have longs stacked all the way down. I have one at 58K, right? The retest. I have one at the retest. What is going on right here? Let me get out of this. Whoa, what is going on here, guys? Craziness. I have one. Um, I had a long set right here. Well, yeah, right around this area. I had one here. That's the one I'm currently in now because of this bounce. And then when we confirmed over this line, I thought, yeah, let's stay in here for a little bit. I'm still in here. I'm currently up on that trade. Man, what am I up? Like 3%. 3.19%, which is not too bad. And then I have one right here at this daily / weekly level. I have one here, I have one here, I have one down here, and I even have them all the way down here to this daily at 52K. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. We shall see. Okay, BLX. Let's just go there. Okay, yeah, this is what we want, I think, here. Yeah, so guys, this is literally the history of Bitcoin throughout all of its inception, going all the way back to July of 2010. Imagine if we had bought down here, guys. Crazy. So let's pull up our Market Cipher B. I love Market Cipher B. It's so trusty. It's so trusty and nice. Wow, look at that. Yeah, that is a little concerning. I ain't gonna lie. However, you know, we still have 17 days here. We don't know if we're going to form a bearish divergence here or not. We do not know. But one thing I can say for certain, guys, if you ever come to the BLX chart and you see a green trigger wave below the zero line, make sure you just buy and hodl. Make sure you buy and hodl. Man. And hodl, because if you had bought down here, man, you would have had a nice move up. You would have resist the panic sell. COVID-19 comes along, resist the panic sell, and then whammo, off to the races. And you know, a lot of people are looking at this, and they are, you know, man, this is really crazy. But if we zoom out here a little bit, people are looking at this, and basically, it's so hard to see on this, but some people, well, I won't get into that here because I can't comment too much on that. Let's go back to the chat, guys. Yeah, I do. Here's why. Gently B wants to know, why do I have longs all the way down to 52K? I was convinced before the weekend started that we were going down to 52K, guys. And guys, if you're watching the video, make sure to FOMO into the like button because we have double the amount of viewers than likes. It's crazy. Yeah, I was convinced we were going to go down to that level because if we pull up the chart here, we were forming a massive bearish divergence on the 4-hour as we were all watching, and we were looking like we might break this daily support right here. And if we did break this daily support at the 55.8 level, our next daily support was right around 52K. And so it's the weekend. You know how surprise dumps happen on the weekend. That's why I was ready for that. So what are we waiting for now, guys? Let's talk about what we are waiting for now. As far as Bitcoin goes, if we can go higher. Remember, we just broke a cup and handle pattern, right? So that gives me very bullish sentiment in the market that we broke a cup and handle pattern. A lot of people are trading patterns exclusively here, and right now we have this resistance. We have this kind of bull flag thing forming where we're trading in this downward channel. If we break above this channel, if we break above this resistance around 61.5, and Market Cipher is giving us Confluence where we were printing momentum upward on the 4-hour, and we have that confirmed on the lower time frame, I believe we are going to hit a new all-time high once we break out of this resistance. That is what I am waiting for. But on the contrary, guys, if we break below this support, which has been support 1, 2, 3 tests, then I do believe we will come back down and retest this initial breakout of this triangle area around the 58K level. And it would work out perfectly, like I said before, in a perfect world where the CME gap does bring us down to the 58K level, where we get a perfect retest of the breakout, and then we can all go long and just hold it until 70K, taking profits at the highs, buying back in at the lows. And it'll just be a fun ride for everybody. And I will be posting my trades in the Discord right here. The trades that I take, I will be posting them in the potential trades section here, where we do post, where I tell you guys what I am looking for to happen. And then, I'm telling you why I'm entering a trade, because we got a green trigger wave about to form on the 4-hour. We've got one forming on the 24-minute. Money flow is about to cross over. We got a bounce off of a trend line and a support line, and then we enter, and then we keep tabs on how things are doing. Right? Are they doing good? Yeah, look at this giant blue candle we got after we entered that trade. Things were doing good. So if you're interested in getting into that Discord, again, sign up for the course. The course, right now, the Discord and the course are combined. So if you join the Discord, you get the course, you get the private channels where there's some awesome traders in there sharing awesome technical analysis. It's a really awesome little community going on. Not only that, guys, but I am going to have to cap this because right now it's a one-time payment for lifetime access to the course and the channel and all that. But eventually, I don't want this to get too big, so I'm going to have to make it a monthly thing because I don't want it to get too big. I want us to be like close-knit kind of community in there. So if you join now, you'll be in there forever. If not, you'll have to do like some kind of monthly thing. I don't know, probably on Patreon. I'm not too sure, but that just is what it is. Yeah. So that's what I'm waiting for, guys, for my trades here. It looks like we're getting a little short-term rejection off of this 24-minute 21 exponential moving average right here. So yeah, look at that. Look at that nice little rejection right there. Perfect. It's happened before. The last time we look at that. Whenever we hit this moving average, guys, we get some kind of reaction. We get some kind of reaction at this moving average. Happened here, happened here, happened here, happened here. Pretty cool, right, y'all? All right, let's see if we have any more questions in the chat. Let me post a link to the Discord here. Yeah, guys, you can join the free Discord. Just join the free Discord. It's totally free to join, and there's a lot of great people in there. This is the Discord right here, and guys, Creepy Joe, yeah, the Discord is private. Yeah, scammers and leakers, probably. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. CryptoFace is much more experienced in the Discord land than I am, guys. I don't even know what I'm doing in the Discord, to be totally honest with you. Um, if it weren't for some people in there who have really been helping me out, setting up bots and mods and all this, I don't know what I'm doing in there. I set up a Discord the next day. People were posting porn and stuff in there, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And guys, also, if you want Market Cipher and you don't have it yet, you can use my affiliate link. It will help me out. I need to delete this coupon code. This is no longer, it is no longer valid. But if you guys want me to get another another coupon code, you gotta ask CryptoFace for that. He's the one that hooks it up. So I don't have that right now. Antonia TZ wants to know why I prefer the 20-minute chart to the 30-minute chart. Here's the reason, Antonia. And we've been starting to notice around these parts that if you use a chart that and you divide those minutes by 10, so if you take a large time frame chart like the 4-hour, which is the 240-minute, and you divide it by 10, which is 24, excuse me, sorry, you will have a synergistic chart layout. So we've been doing it with the 3-hour and the 18-minute, the 2-hour and the 12-minute, the 1-hour and the 6-minute. You know, try the 8-hour, which would be what is 8 hours? The 4-hour is man, I'm so bad at math. That's the 240. So this would be the 480. And try the 480 and the 48-minute. You know, try the 6-hour, which would be what 180 times 2. What was that? 520. Try the 520 and the 52-minute. Try these things out, guys, and see what happens. Because really, like, you know, because they're divided by 10, they seem to work synergistically up in here. They just seem to work synergistically. And so try some stuff out, y'all. Try some stuff out, y'all. Yeah, try some stuff out. Yeah, that's all I can really say. So you guys know what I am waiting for to enter a real trade here. Honestly, I just closed out of my little tiny scalp trade because I'm about to go do some stuff, and I don't feel like looking at the charts all day. And if we come back down to this trend line, yeah, I closed it out, and it was a nice move, a little tiny move, a 1% move on 3x. Not bad. I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh man. But yeah, I do. You know, really, here's what I'm waiting for, guys, to enter like my swing position. Number one, be careful about the CME gap. Number two, I do believe if we break this resistance, we will see a new all-time high. And just make sure that you're using Confluence between support and resistance levels, trend lines, moving averages, and just do what Market Cipher says to do, right? Like, don't enter a swing long position when these large time frames like the 4-hour and the 3-hour and 2-hour are telling us that we have still downward momentum. I mean, we can see some signs on the 2-hour that things are about to look up for us. And really, the 2-hour is a great predictor of what's going to be happening on the 4-hour, because when we print the trigger waves on the 2-hour and when we're in an uptrend and we're bouncing off of that EMA at the same time, it is a great time to enter a little trade. I mean, just historically, we can see that. We can see that historically. Once we cross above the Market Cipher A trend line on the 2-hour, and every time we bounce off this thing and it stays white, that's important, stays white, you know, it's a great time to enter. And it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good, but at the same time, the 6-hour is looking like we have a ways to go before we can get a bounce off of that. But who knows, guys? Who knows? Remember, this moving average is going to move along with the price, and because it's an exponential moving average, it is going to give more weight to the most recent candlesticks before it gives weight to these ancient candlesticks. So don't rush into anything, guys. Look at Market Cipher, do your TA. And if you are entering long and CryptoFace happens to enter long at the same time, that is a great confirmation that you should be long. So, yeah. Guys, God bless all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Should you short the market? I'm not saying to short or long the market. Really, guys, all I am saying is, really, this is all I'm saying. Look at Market Cipher and do what it says to do. Watch what happens. Are we going to break down through this channel? Are we going to break down through this support? If we break down through the support, there's no other place to stop except down here at this breakout, right? Of course, there will probably be a lot of people sucking up, buys when we start coming down into here. But, look at what Market Cipher says to do. It would be really great, and if we come down on the 4-hour below the 0 line, below the 60 line, and print a green trigger wave up in here, and at the same time we're starting to see some bullish signs on the 24-minute where we get some nice confluence, either at a support where we get a nice bounce, or at a resistance where we get the momentum to break through. So yeah, I'm curious to see what's going to happen as we come back down. If we come back down and retest this support here, it is quite possible we might break below it. But yeah, if you guys don't know my plans for how I'm going to be trading this in the following week, rewatch the stream, y'all. It's going to be some good times. It's going to be some good times. Markel Fowler's in the short from 61K. That is a great short position. That actually is a great short position. So let's see how that plays out. Because I'm sure you probably entered there because of this channel, and it looks like we are heading back down to the bottom of this. And it wouldn't surprise me if we bounced off and then came back up here. I don't know. I can't predict the future. I'm not going to babble endlessly on here. Zeph Cosmins wants to know if I can make a step-by-step tutorial for scalping like I did for the 4-hour, 24-minute. Yeah, I actually did that. If we come to my channel, let's go to the Jason Casper channel here. The Caspinator, that's what they call me now, the Caspinator. If you click this playlist here, there is a scalping strategy, and I have to be honest with you guys, this is not really a scalping strategy. This is like the type of trades where I enter and stay in for like a couple hours, okay? It's not real scalping where they're like in there for like 2 minutes with like, 100x leverage and like all this. This is just shorter term trades, okay? So yeah, check out this vid. It'll teach you all about finding confluence on those shorter time frames so you can enter nice little positions. And make small profits over time. And when I'm speaking about time, I'm talking about the herb. Hagen wants to know, how much does the course cost? Join the Discord. Message me. I will send you all the details in there. There's a lot of detail. I'll put the link in this chat again for the course, and also I will put the Market Cipher link in the chat. If you guys, hey, my 10% code is still here. Don't use the 10% code anymore, guys. It does not work anymore. But if you don't have Market Cipher and you want to, there you go. If you want to support the channel, you can use my link. If not, don't use my link. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to you at all. It just matters to me. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. May God bless you. May the Lord bless you and keep you. In Jesus' name. And I got to head out of here, guys. I appreciate you guys being here. And I will see you guys soon. Looking forward to all the trades we are going to be making this week.